Okay, we've got 4 layers of denim, and I have a ballistics gel block with a couple of dog bones stuck in the end of it, and then a balloon with some color-filled water, and then an empty block of gel. I have 380, 9mm, and then ultimately 45. We're going to shoot into these. I'll call off the rounds that we use as we shoot. I'm going to put on the muffs, take the first shot with the SIG P238, and it is a Hornady Critical Defense 90 grain bullet. Move this denim a little bit so I can see the top of the block. Ready? Set. Try for center mass of that block. Alright. Went between the bones. That was the 380. Just going to tip this a little bit over just so you can see in the camera. Went between the bones and also through the bone. Had the bones kind of situated like a rib. Hit that balloon, releasing the liquid. Kept going. Ended up should be laying here somewhere. I don't think that's it. That's weird. Because it started angling down and there's a mark on this block, but I don't see the bullet anywhere. So while we're still working on this before it leaks all out, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the same thing with the 9mm. Get a little bit of a different perspective on it. Try to follow that same path and the gelatin and all that. So this will be the 9mm with a critical defense. Guess I better get that out. Same shot, 9mm instead of the 380. I shot really low with that one. That one mushroomed and caught in the side. See it right there. That a little bit odd, because I've seen it go through more than that. I'm going to try the 9mm one more time. Try to get a more straight shot, rather than a deflected low shot. It's hard to tell where my block is because of that, what do you call it, a denim. But I'm going to aim a little higher. That's weird. Aimed higher, hit higher. Splintered that bone all up into pieces. And then went through the heart. And the bullet's stuck right back here. And they are ripping the jackets off those. Which is really weird. I've never seen that happen on those bullets. But it must be the bone. Hornady Critical Defense. I've never seen the jackets come off of them. And just one final test while we're standing here and still got the setup. I have a 45, 185 grain Zombie Max bullet. Utilize all of our stuff here to the maximum. So I'm going to do the same shot with that. 45 ACP, 185 grain Zombie Max. Get an idea of the differences. And I know it's been shot up and all that, but less penetration on the 45. It's sitting right in that area. Got bullets all over the place. That's just a jacket. That 45 went through the simulated heart. Stop back in here. Well, thought that was it, but that's just the jacket. The actual bullet looks like is this, but that don't feel like the weight of 45, so let's check further. Something went in here. Difficult to tell what, and it's not stuck in there, so probably just a fragment. Huh. There's the 45. I don't know what they're doing, falling out of there or what, but as long as we're standing here, I want to shoot my 45 into this one more time, because I haven't ever really shot it in the ballistics gelatin, and I just want to catch a straight shot with it. Nice frag bullet. Get level with it. What that did was went through the block and then into the second block, and there it is. Nice giant fully expanded bullet. That's the 45. Slightly turned. You can see the tip of it came out way back here. I don't know, 45 is pretty deadly, there's no question. 380, kind of minimal, and the 9mm had the most explosive action in this particular area. Of course, it still had a little bit of that juice left in there, so that's it for now. Oh, you want to shoot? Got another shooter here. What do you want to shoot? Oh, he's got a Ruger LCR, and he wants to take a shot. Looked like a good hit. Not sure with all these bullets flying around in here which one it actually is. I think this is it. That's actually a pretty good little hit. Looks like you're using critical defense also. Critical defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell that because it looks almost identical, the pedal formation, and then didn't separate like mine did. What his did there, if you look, it made it through the bone, through this full thing of gel, and it was just barely hanging out this back one and dented into this one. Even denting in, it still caused a little bit of crater formation there. So, had quite a bit of guns. We had 38, that was plus P, 38 standard. Critical defense, we had 380 critical defense, 9mm critical defense, and 45 with the zombie round, which is the same thing as the critical defense, just a different color. And thank you.